What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Lifestyle Podcast. Before we even get started with the fun stuff today, we have to actually say thank you to everyone that's actually been listening and having some fun with this podcast because thanks to you guys, we are officially everywhere, every single platform.
Thank you. That's amazing.
So definitely thank you guys for all that because honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be anywhere near this. But
No way possible.
It's definitely a fun ride. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. And this pretty much kick it. I'm going to bring up the topic now.
Here we go.
You ready? You ready for this?
Since December 21st, 1990.
Wow.
Let's go.
That was adorable. The old mods. The cool old mods. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to jump out there and just say it because it's been in my head for a while now.
Go for it.
Big brake kits. Do we really need them?
I mean, they make you stop better.
Yeah, but $2,000 on stopping. It's not going fast. It's not.
I mean,
Come on. Give me a fucking break.
I mean, if you have the money for it, God bless you and have fun. You know what I mean? Go nuts.
Okay.
And if your car has the stupid amounts of power that you put into it, that you damn well know your stock stuff is not going to help you stop anytime whatsoever, I totally get it and understand it. For the daily cruiser, I mean, not really. You can survive with what you have, just the aftermarket performance stuff of it, like the normal size rotors and.
No, all right. I'm talking about your average guy who's building a car just to bring to car shows. Does he need those big brakes to win? Yeah, no.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
All right, the guy next to him who has a big brake kit, they're probably going to beat him out on points. Granted, cool. But what's the chances somebody's going to put a big brake kit on something small like a Civic or something?
Dude, I've seen that a million goddamn times in all the car shows.
How about a Miata?
Definitely a Miata. I've seen them done.
And I know they do them on Z's, but I think it's unnecessary because I haven't done it yet.
You're such a dumbass. I mean, it goes back to the yes and no. Do you need them?
No,
for a show?
absolutely
Of course
not.
You can.
Nope.
If you're building your car for and you're going to the shows and you happen to have the competition out there in your same class.
All right, then we kind of have a reason to do that.
But even
still,
then,
$2,000
you
for
can
a
kind of
fucking plastic trophy. Come on.
Yeah, but you can kind of get away with,
Painting my calipers and
painting the
calling a fucking
calipers,
day.
swap out the rotors, get some
Slotted
cross
and
drill,
drilled.
slotted,
Yep,
you know what I mean?
yep.
Something nice. Change the lines to stainless steel.
Yeah.
Do you get benefits out of that? Yeah, of course you get better benefits. Do you have to dump, $2,000, $3,000 for a brake? No, you don't. You're not even a fraction
I
of that.
sure fucking hope not, because if I have to do that, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be livid.
So, I mean, do you really need it? No. Is it nice? Yeah, it's always nice to see a nice wheel setup, at the car, and you see the stupid freaking four-piston
Brembos behind
the Brembos
the work wheels,
endless
yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
It all makes it look nice.
But I don't understand why people charge such ridiculous amounts of money. It blows my fucking mind.
See, that's literally a topic we can get into on another random day just because
It
of
hurts.
the prices of half of these parts are.
All right, give you another one. How about lighting, interior lighting? That's an old one that's making its way back, I feel like.
Yes. Lighting mods used to be the thing.
No, you're
When I
talking
first
about
started?
Neon bullshit. No, now we have electrical and
Yeah, where do you think it
lines
started from? Where do you think neons?
Tokyo Drift is where it started.
No, this fucking guy. It literally started with Street Glow.
Yeah,
Street
absolutely.
Glow first came out and started literally just promoting all their stuff in the Hot Import Night shows.
Were they durable as they are today, or?
I mean, when they first came out, God no, they were not. And the only thing that I hated personally about the kits, I don't know if they still do it this way, I really hope they don't, is that they say if you cracked the front one, all of them would stop working.
Oh, because they were daisy chained together.
Yeah.
Oh,
that used to be the thing. Yeah, that used to be the way they would do it.
They might be still.
I mean, I hope not. I really hope they
Upgraded
that. I know they still have the classic neon side, the series.
Yeah,
the
but now
Gold
with
Line
the
series and
gas
the Blue
on the
Line
inside,
series.
right?
What happened?
Not with the gas on the inside, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude. You have no idea how many neon tubes I cracked in a day. Oh man. Or if you put them wrong and you jack up the car, You
Oh my.
yeah, you regret the day you were born, that day you decided to do the oil change. But but the lighting used to be a very heavy thing, and more in that world of hot import nights that I always keep back and referring to, just because I've always believed that HIN is the epitome of a car show. It's hard to
Oh, hot
understand it because
import nights.
yes, that's the abbreviation.
I
from
was
the book.
getting
Come
that
on.
confused with HNIC.
No, boo, no, no,
In my head, it just
no.
crazy.
But I always come back to that just because, one, it being the first show I ever went to, and it left such a good impression between just the caliber of cars. I'm talking about you can, let's say, for example, you would go and register online, right, for a show.
Okay.
You pay the $50.
Same like today.
Same like today, but they would always include the passenger for free, which they still do to this day, and I find that to be
Mint.
beautiful.
Okay.
You gotta remember, you're already dumping a lot, and if you have like lighting and you want to get power and all that mess of crap that I'll get into in another thing, it's kind of nice that your passenger could get in for free, and you don't have to cough up another $20, $30, $40. That's just kind of annoying that the rest of these damn shows do. But that's argument for another day.
And if you come with a big brake kit, they should fine you another $40 because you had the stupid money to spend on that stupid shit.
But going back to that show, you, like I said, you would go register online. Let's say if your car was, one side was done, but the other side wasn't.
That's a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, people did that. People did that. Like, it's kind of like to get the registration before they would close, but and hopefully between that time span, you can finish your car in time.
Oh,
type
they
thing.
throw a picture up and
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
it's done."
exactly. They would roll up, check in. Two guys would come out and walk around your whole car and look at the picture and print it out.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you gotta remember, there was no apps. There was no smartphones, bro. Okay? So they would print it out, make a file under your name, and look around and look to see if it's the same car that registered.
Okay.
And then they'll be like, all right, they'll look at the angles you submitted, and there was something wrong. Be like, they'll be like, yo, what's up with this? And you'd be like, oh no, my fault. I didn't get a chance to finish. Whatever the stories I remember because
cracked my windshield
I would
here.
I will see these people do these lines, and the guys would whistle to another one. The other one would come out.
And talk about whether it's acceptable or not.
They'll talk about it between them, and if it wasn't acceptable, they were giving you your money back in cash.
Send you home.
Yeah, you can get into the show for free. You spectate, but you have to park your car outside. You were not showing.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
So if you had to be ready,
I wonder how many people that happened to, where they're just like, "Fuck this people."
a lot. It happened a lot, to be honest. It happened a lot, a whole mess of times, dude. I've gone to hot import night shows, over 100 of them, in my freaking lifespan in this damn car scene. And every single one, you would find that one, that two, or that three that would
didn't
try
quite
to get
make it
in, and the cars weren't ready or they were primed. Forget about it. Your ass wasn't getting inside that show if you were primered out. Get the fuck out. Bro, go park that outside.
So
Here's
now,
your money back.
what do you do with the Nardo Gray people? That's just shiny primer, dude.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
Now what?
Oh, you
Is it-
just
nope.
triggered half of the Nardo Gray guys.
I
and
poke fun,
gals.
guys. I poke fun.
But that's the way it used to be. So again, it comes back to that. When they first started coming up, Street Glow came out.
That's good shit.
And they were the only ones really doing it at that time. They're pretty much taking store neons and trying to retrofit them with converters that used to have a humongous brick
As a converter.
As a
For
converter.
power, yep.
for the car. And little by little, the more lights you had in your car,
More points.
the more points you had. And Street Glow would even, back then, I'm pretty sure they don't do that now, but back then they would even give out a special award. $200, $300, $400, $500 even, for best lighting.
That's pretty fucking cool. I hope they bring that back.
So, I mean, it will give you at least the motivation
To go and run out and do
to
it.
keep on going and really go nuts in that aspect. And the marketing side, it was smart as fuck. Because, yeah, you got to remember, one of those neon kits was like $400.
What was
for the
$400
gold
back
line.
then?
And back then, that was the Gold Line series.
But what was it?
Like the Pro.
$400 yesterday equates to how much today? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if it was 400 then, it's like if you're going to buy, you know what I mean, an LED kit now that's like 700.
Fuck that.
Stupid. It's stupid. You got
No
to remember.
way.
And I'll even go back even more funny for you. when HIDs first came out, bro. How much you think HIDs were when they first came out?
An arm and a leg.
They were $600 for an aftermarket kit that the ballasts will go on you every other month.
Oh no.
And each ballast was like $30 to freaking replace. Because you had a ballast, then you had a little starter module, and then you had the bulb. To all my old school guys out there, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about when it came to that lighting.
It
And
sounds
that-
like a headache.
Dude, it was a fucking nightmare. But you did it because you wanted to be the only one, or one of the few, or in the niche.
From what it looks like, they dim the lights, and if you throw your lights on it, it's a pretty cool picture.
Yes, that's the one thing I always loved about, again, HIN. You roll in, it becomes a nightclub scene from the first Fast and the Furious movie. That's it. That's all I gotta tell you. The club scene of Fast and the Furious.
Bald-headed dudes talking about family,
Oh my God, you're so stupid.
muscles.
Muscles everywhere.
Homegirl wearing combat boots talking about, I love him.
Aside from that, but overall 90%, yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty awesome.
But that used to be the thing. So the judges will walk around and go look just for the lighting. Like one guy will come and judge you on your car, interior, exterior, the whole 9 yards. You give them the spiel, they'll walk away, give you the points. But then, guys that they didn't even know were judging your car were judges.
Oh, God.
And they were just testing how the lighting was. They'll walk around your cars and they'll just keep on going. They wouldn't have any badges on, no logos on, no nothing.
So basically, like,
That was a
today's
hidden
meets-
surprise when the guys from Street Glow will be like, oh,
By the way, this person won this.
by the way, we're announcing the best lighting. Everybody would look at each other like, what the fuck, lighting? Yeah, it's sponsored by, Street Glow, blah, blah, blah. They'll have third place, second place, and first place. The third place was like $50 or something like that. Second place was like $250, and first place was like $500.
Oh, God. So the kit kind of paid for itself.
In
If done
theory, yeah,
right,
you would
yeah.
get your money back. But I mean, how much money do you have to dish out to try and make that
When
fun?
you start
That's a
breaking them-
different
Yeah,
thing.
no,
That's
you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? It's a different thing. But in this car scene, in this car world in general, it's not really what you make back out of it. It's more of the random Joe Schmo that's taking a picture of your car while you're like getting a Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what makes you feel
Or
good
they
about
come
yourself.
up to your window and they're like, oh, what's that IG name? Shit, I'm going to follow that. That thing is dope. It's really that. That's really your payout.
That's like the best compliment.
That's really what it comes down to, the payout of that.
You got 14 people circling your car asking you 100
Yeah, and
questions.
like liking you and liking the car and be like, oh, damn, how'd you do this and how'd you do that? See, that's where it's at. But, that topic.
That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole different
All right,
thing.
well, ready for this? I'm going to spin you.
Go for it.
You were just talking about exterior lights. How do you feel about these lighting, the lighting on the inside roof, the Rolls Royce lighting?
The starlights from on the headliners.
Mm-hmm.
I am for it.
Really?
I am for it. As long as the car has stuff done, like if it's, just
Let's call it what it is, an Accord that's on Bergen Line with the
just a plain Accord,
sitting in traffic, yeah.
stock and
the white Accord with the black rims. Yes, you. If it's you, it's you. You know what I'm talking
But,
about.
I mean, I would have definitely done something else instead of that.
Yeah, I mean,
You get me?
Of course.
You know what I mean, as a first mod, if that's really the way you're gonna go and just like that's it. I'm bro.
and not for anything. Those things are expensive, and getting them installed. If you're not doing it yourself and breaking your balls,
No,
it
honest to
costs
God, even
money.
on Facebook Marketplace, you can find these installers that are charging like 300, 400, up to $500.
I've
to
seen
do
them for
this.
$5, but the ones I've seen at $5 are like designs and shit within the lights, and
they
it's
look dope as hell.
RGBA.
I mean,
and
hopefully that's really their work and not just like a Google image that they decide to fucking
Yeah.
throw up there too. That's a
fucking
different
hope
thing
it's their
completely.
work. But I mean, we've seen people steal stupider images,
You're right.
flyers and such.
We have. But I am for it. I am for it. If the car has enough stuff done, not enough stuff, because you're never really, there's never enough.
I mean, for
But
some
as
people.
long as you're modded,
yeah,
exterior
absolutely.
wise, you know what I mean? And that's what you have in your interior. Even if you don't have anything else done, it complements the car in general.
If it's a VIP look and the guy has like the triple leather stitched interior and the little clear plastics and the cigarettes and the drinks and the little
Yeah,
hanging
no,
rope,
100%. Because even that
you throw that on
whole-
there, that's a whole game
that
changer.
whole style it's its own world. The VIP stuff.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Because they're really about nice camber, 3-piece wheels.
On the
to
ground.
the goddamn ground. But the exteriors pretty much stay
Minty.
mint as they were.
Like from factory.
The only thing they really do, if they really want to go a step up, is the crazy animations on the LED taillights and headlights.
Curb finders. I love those. Oh my God, I love curb finders.
And all that stuff. That's really their thing.
Just to be clear, when I say curb finders, I'm not talking about the things that are sticking out like a V.
No, that's old school.
Waiting
That's
to drag
old,
on there.
Jesus Christ, you took it way back right now.
No way. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the little antenna that'll beep or send you some sort of signal when you get too close to the fucking curb and let you know, hey, listen, you're going to curb your shit. Stay the fuck away.
Yes, those are dope as hell. Which I don't see much of anymore. That's another thing completely.
I've been thinking about it.
Of course you were. Of course. I'm a big wing Z.
No, not the Z. I've been thinking about it for the Audi.
Okay, I mean, why not?
It's a big ass car. It's a boat. It's a yacht, land yacht.
I mean, what's another mod, do you think?
All right. Well, I'm going to keep it on with the interior. How about the TVs everywhere?
Yes. Like, fuck yes.
All right. Listen.
Okay, listen. I'm being biased just because I am a nerd. And I love TVs and iPads and tablets and...
No. When somebody puts a tablet in a Z, that's some dope shit.
Yeah, no, but I'm 100% for that. But I love TVs everywhere.
But not everybody has space for fucking 6 TVs.
So you think, boo-boo. So you think.
What are we, the floorboards?
I have 4 TVs out of my own truck that are facing outside. So if you're driving next to me on the turnpike, I
you're
can
not
keep you
bored.
entertained.
That's good.
You know? It's a matter of, it comes down to, like, a million people have asked me, bro, why?
Why
Like,
not?
what the-
I get
Exactly,
that question.
that's
I
my
get it.
damn
No,
thing.
no, that's...
Why not?
Give me a good reason why not.
Yeah, is it retarded? Yeah, of course, but it's a show car.
It's supposed to be
It's a
fun.
show
It's supposed
truck.
to be out
You're
there
supposed
wild.
to go wild. You're supposed to really create your quote-unquote dream car. End of the day.
No, you know what? You're kind of winning me over on TVs. All right. Granted, TVs are cool
Do you
inside
have to
of a
do
car.
30 fucking TVs? No, you don't have to do 30 TVs. I'm ignorant. I'll do 50 if I had the space for it, but I don't have space for it.
Yeah, like a Dominican with chicheros.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
crazy.
And that's a different thing completely, because all they do is the speakers inside the interior.
Hold on, I'm going to hit you. Ready for this?
Go.
So now we've talked about interiors. Trunk setups. Because I'm starting to notice a fucking pattern here. Everybody wants to put a little tank, nice clean copper lines, and call it a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I throw a little bit of plexi and LEDs. All right, that's cool too.
It looks.
But
I miss the old stuff.
I miss like the 13 speakers, the giant subwoofer,
Full fiberglass enclosure.
You turn the
everything
shit on,
molded nice.
your chest to vibrate.
Dynamited everything. There's no
Look,
vibrations and sound.
perfect example, guys. Eddie,
Yes, one of our knuckleheads. Old school like me, yeah.
this
in the car.
gentleman, and I call him a gentleman because he's a gentleman and a scholar. He has a Ford Probe GT, if I'm not
Ford Pro
mistaken.
GT, yes.
It'll rattle your bones. If you got mucus in your chest, it's coming out.
And fully fiberglassed and everything molded.
Everything molded.
And people are like, what?
This shit'll vibrate your balls. I'm telling you.
Molded from bumpers, molded side skirts, molded rear, molded back bumper.
Well, I'm gonna give them. I'm
Everything.
gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give them the gem. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
drop
no.
his IG.
So, I mean, we'll post it on the C4 Lifestyle Media IG, and we'll tag him so you guys can go follow and check out the car. But it's one of the cleanest looking, personally, one of the cleanest looking GTs I think I've seen in a very long time, and he's kept it like that for like forever.
And he's been back out for the last 3 years.
And the car's still mint as hell. I think the damn thing sat in a garage for like, what, 7-8 years or something
Something like that.
And he's finally bringing it out now again.
It's Team C4 under dash thing
Underscore.
underscore PGT. And I'm
So
telling
definitely
you,
give him a shout out, because that car
Christ.
is actually an old schooler like me in the game. And like I said, back then.
but it's a Ford and it's super JDM. I love it.
Yes.
Love to death.
And also, it goes back to the, I mean, not
Racing
to go,
hearts, the whole nine.
not to go too much into the exterior again. Bro, he molded everything on. That used to be the thing. You know how annoying it is to work on a car? You can't take the fucking front bumper off.
You
I'll
know
wait.
who you're talking to?
Oh, wait. Granted, I know, yeah, you're stuck, but you still have the option because you have a line.
Yeah, I have a line where I can do it. I
Not
refuse to do it because
bro,
I'm
not-
fucking a
not
lazy
these guys. I
turd.
used to mold everything. The car was a one piece. From bumper to fender
Seamless.
to down to side skirt, all the way to the quarter
If
panel.
the door could have been molded, it would have been molded on.
And back then, you shaved the handles off. Like he has, and like I have. on my rear doors.
His handles aren't shaved, are they?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, they are. That's really cool.
So, if your door popper remote didn't work that day, you weren't getting into your car.
Congratulations.
That's the stuff
You played yourself.
we got our asses into because it was the cool stuff that was coming out as we were going with the cars. For the love of God, he molded Supra lights on a Ford Probe.
I love that. Oh my God. I'm telling
And
you,
it actually
you
goes
guys
with the
have to
car.
see this.
So, you know what I mean? It kind of still goes
No,
to the
it
car.
flows. It
and
absolutely flows. It makes it look like a little bit like a 240
Yes.
from behind.
Yes, it does.
That's why it's got such a JDM feel to it.
And also, that entire kit was one of the first full fiberglass kits that we first talked about, like in the first episode, the horrible fiberglass.
You fart on it, it's cracking.
He still has it on. So, joking aside, it's a testament.
Okay.
Really to the body. Because that bodywork is over 10 years old.
And it looks
as
like
well
it was
as the
done
paint.
yesterday.
He took the car out before the pandemic really hit and did 2 seasons. Spanked everyone.
Yeah, no,
shows.
he gave them the biz. And then
You
didn't
know
he
what I
do
mean?
an online thing and
But
got
it's a
really fucking
testament
far?
to what it was to how it is now. And
Okay,
granted,
okay.
it's slowly picking up, drips. But you do see the change, sort of. You know what I mean? But, keep on hitting me with the...
Full trunks. All right, ready for this?
What?
I'm going to lean on Eddie again.
Okay.
Graphics. And do me a favor, before we go any further, please tell the story about his graphic.
Oh, the bomb logo.
Yes. This guy has a C4 bomb logo.
He has our very old cartoonish bomb logo still on the
Yes,
quarter
yes,
panel with
yes.
that damn car.
And not for anything, it's an eye catcher.
And it is an eye catcher.
It really is.
But the main thing was, I forgot what exactly happened. We were getting ready for a show or something like that. And he had a little mishap. Now you gotta remember, this car is a one-piece car.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't have the luxury of taping up and blending and redoing little scratches or whatever the fuck. So once you do the body work,
That's the way it is.
yo, dude, you're shooting like that whole side just to make it blend.
That sounds like a pain in the dick.
Oh, you don't even know. So we came up with the idea. Yo, just throw a decal on it. Do something. He goes, yo, do you have the logo in big? I was like, yeah. We go in, we got it big, and he slapped it on, and that was it. But from it becoming a little thing, it became the car's copyright.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's one of those things that
It
we
became
weren't
part of
really
its
counting
silhouette.
on like the commotion of it all, really, because everyone's like, yo, that thing is dope as hell. And I'm like, okay, everybody likes it. So it kind of stayed
there's
to this day.
a green 240 with a Sailor Scout on it.
Yes.
That recently won a drift event and went to a car meet, as we like to say,
Okay.
in Atlantic City.
Okay.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I can't get enough of it.
I've seen it on the Explore page.
Sailor Mars, that's who he has
Yes.
on there.
I am for it. I'll be honest. I am for the graphics.
Me too.
It used to
If
be
done
very
right.
big and heavy
If done right.
back in the day
Yep.
when the Fast and Furious came out. Oh, forget about it. You got sick and tired of seeing the
little guy with the arrow?
The knight with the freaking sword and the freaking flame.
Oh my God.
You
Or
got
the
bored of seeing
bird
that.
with the blue and green.
Yes, that graphic was on everything, even on the taxi cabs on Burglar. So you name it, it was on it. So the hype of it kills itself
Oh, because it was overdone.
because it gets overdone, which is also another thing, because some of these mods ended up killing themselves.
I hope that's what happens with airbags. I hope so.
I don't know about airbags, to be honest.
I fucking hope so.
Because while I see the benefits, obviously, from like the static guys,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
you don't
can
have to
air
worry about
out.
the speed hump, you don't have
Congratulations.
to worry about the pothole, you don't really have to worry about. You have your own stuff. Granted, you have to worry about air rides, but it's nowhere near than like a static guy. Or
Where-
these perfect example. These Volkswagens are like on the ground all day, every day.
Yep. Killing frames and
You know how
oil
many times
pans
we've heard the stories of these guys. I left my oil pan over there like 2 blocks, 2 blocks away, and I had to get towed. And it was
yeah.
raining and all that. Okay, because you're static, and on top of that, those oil pans are a little bit closer to the ground than normal.
No, listen. Same way you wrap your, you You wear a condom before you go in. You got to get a skid plate. You got to. If you don't get a skid plate,
You and
your
the
shit's
fucking
unprotected. It's not good.
But it goes back to that. When it comes to like the cool stuff, it just happened to be too cool. And that's even a thing. And it killed itself out.
I'm hoping that's what happens with airbags.
So, will I ever see it happen to the air ride? Not really. Because back then, when airbags first came out, there were no fully compatible bolt-on.
Now, when you're saying when airbags first came out, you're talking about like the old Crown Vics with the you turn it on, you hear, oh, you're waiting, or are you talking about like aftermarket airbags?
Yeah, 100%. Bro, there were bags like the ones you see on an 18-wheeler. And you had to get the cups made. Yeah, exactly.
That sounds miserable. Somebody said, I could do that to my car.
It was a very niche thing. So if you had a lot of money and you had the resources and you knew the guys
you were that guy.
You could do it. And there was a few. And back then, you're like, what the fuck?
He's on the ground.
And then on top of that, you would hear, are you on hydros? And be like, no, bro, I'm on bags. And be like, look at you like, bags? Because the only way you would see a car go up and down
Hydraulics.
was hydraulics, because hydraulics have always been around. Always been around. For decades. Hydraulics has been a thing.
What's the ride like on hydraulics?
The same thing as on bags. The only thing is you have the actuators and the muscle to go up and down and side to side a lot quicker than you do on bags. And the bounce and the dance. Look at the old school Chicanos.
Yeah, but
Even now the West Coast vibe.
Do hydraulics freeze over?
No, because you have hydraulic fluid.
There goes a benefit.
But you lose your entire trunk because you have to put 20 goddamn batteries in your trunk to power the actuators.
Oh, fuck. All right.
So there's also that.
Unless you own a Tesla. And you run it off your own battery.
There you go, Elon. The next Tesla.
Hydraulics.
Hydros all the way.
I'm telling you, there's really a market for that thing.
But sadly, I wish I saw more hydros. There used to be in town. There used to be.
You're not gonna tell me Casa Manito.
No, que Casa Manito, bro. That dude never. He's way too old school, and he just restored. That was all he did. 30 cars. God bless him to death. But 30 cars, and they were just like little princesses.
If anybody doesn't know who that is, it's a...
If you're from Hudson County, you know who Casa Manito is.
Yeah, if you're from Hudson County, but...
The king of the old cars.
This man was a homeless man on the streets at one point, and he was grabbing furniture off the streets and restoring it and then selling it in the store. And the guy made a living off of it and made an empire and like a whole furniture empire off of it.
It's a hell of a like inspirational story on like not to give up.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And keep working your ass off.
Yeah.
And I mean, love of God, he's practically owned everything.
he had his own street, owned several businesses.
Yeah, several businesses and everything.
Like what, 30 old school classic cars?
30 cars. 30 cars, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, and it could be a little it could be a little less or a little more, but
I think it's a little more.
I think that's the average. That's the average, I believe, of the cars that he has.
Every parade in Hudson County had a Casa Manito car.
Yeah,
it
was a copyright in the town.
Yeah,
it was a
hell
copyright
yeah.
in the town. But to go back a little bit, I wish there were more hydros. Like I said, there was a 64 Impala that used to be in town. This is decades ago, man. This is like good over 10 years ago type deal. And he would cruise up and down Bergen Line. 3-wheel.
Is it red?
It used to be red. Then it got painted flat black. It's still around.
I was going to tell you, dude. I've seen it parked.
Yeah. It's still around, but nowhere near to its like.
No, it's glory.
Its glory days. Yo,
I think the son
fucking
owns
car
that
was
now, and
gorgeous.
he's letting it just sit because he doesn't give a damn about cars.
That's a shame. That's a shame in
Same
itself.
story with the Supra.
Yeah,
It
well,
sits
that's another
there.
thing.
I mean, somebody loves the death out of it, but
They love it too much to not let it go.
yeah.
They need to
If
let
you're
it go.
listening to this,
Let go of the Supra so
let
Snuff
it
can
go
finally
and
buy
sell
it.
me your Supra, please. There's a Supra by us.
There's a hidden gem of a Supra.
A
Second gen.
Beautiful.
And when I tell you this car is,
Ugh.
I don't want to say immaculate because she does have her little TLC that she
No,
needs.
but if you
But
got a McGuire's care package or went to McGuire's,
you can bring it back.
you can bring it back to as it came off the show floor, man.
And
Oh
for my old school
God.
guys, it is on Racing Hearts.
Yeah.
The C4 Racing Hearts, actually.
Which is funny because we're C4.
Yeah.
That's what made me
It's
like
the only reason why I
grab me
remember,
in.
to be honest, the damn model name of the wheels.
So let me tell them a little brief story.
Go for it.
So I caught it during the summer. Sonic was like, yeah, that's over there. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I have a good savings. I can dip into it. And I went over there and I offered some cash. But before I even got to speak to the people, like I had to knock on a door for 2 weeks straight every day. So somebody answered me, and then it was the husband. He was absolutely reluctant to sell. He was like, no, it's my wife's. And then I seen some cats in the front, so I said, you know what? Let me win her over. I bought some cat food, left my number on it. Yeah, it did.
You did win her over. She did call you back.
She calls me back, and she's like, no, it's actually his. He doesn't want to sell it, blah, 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 blah. I was like, can you give me a little bit more information? She started spilling all of his guts. 2 JZ, twin Garrett turbos,
And this is the
it was
twin
the
turbo
HKS kit that they discontinued, but he
Yes.
swapped it over for Garrett's, and apparently he can't get anybody to fix it or whatever. And
It literally sits there with no motor and no trans.
no motor, no trans. She spilled his guts, and then she was like, "Well, just keep on knocking every few months. Eventually he'll sell it." I was like, "For my number or whatever he wants to sell it for?" And I'm thinking to myself, if this guy passes away and I'm nice enough to this lady, she just might say, "You know what? Fuck you, take it."
Take me and the car.
No way. Over Katie? Come on. She was pretty, though, for an older lady. I got to give her that. She was very pretty.
But that's even another thing that we can even get into.
How pretty she was? No, I mean, I wouldn't write home about
not the lady. I'm talking about the damn soup.
Oh, yeah, no, that's super sad. It's sitting still.
Is it worth the money for a rolling show?
Absolutely.
Seriously?
Yep. I'm not even going to tell you what gross number I offered them, but
that number
you could have
was
made a down payment on a
stupid.
cheaper house. And they were just like, nope. So I'm just saying that. And if you guys have known the home market in Hudson County,
I mean, the market in general when it comes to those cars, that's just
No,
different.
no. I was up there. I offered it for a shell, and they were
Different ball game. Half of these second gen Supras, I've seen them fetch 50, 60K.
Oh my god! All right,
But
back to the topic at hand.
but to get back to the topic, what's another one that you
All right.
think is an old mod?
No, well, it's an old mod, but it's something I would like to see come back. Lambo doors, suicide doors.
Oh my God, the Lambo
butterfly
doors. I remember the Lambo doors. That used to be the coolest thing in the world. I used to have guys in the team that just got them done. If I'm not mistaken, one of my old members had the very first kit ever produced, a vertical kit.
What?
The very first one on another Ford Probo. It was a white one. This guy got cool with the owner, and the owner gave him his actual main set that he just finished patenting and starting to mass produce, and gave him kit number 1, and it was on his car.
Does he still have them?
No, he got rid of the car with the fucking Lambo.
Stupid.
That in itself just annoys me because that car, so much potential, and it's just a shame how people give up and not care anymore.
Well, look,
kind of throw it away. That's another.
I gotta
for
tell you,
another day.
if the guy asks me to trade the Z for the Supra, I'm doing it.
You're stupid. I'll smack you.
I'll give him every car I own, and I own quite a few.
That's fine. So you're gonna drive the Supra with no motor and trans. Push it everywhere in the meantime.
Hopes and dreams.
But this guy, going back to that, had the very first kit. Let me tell you how that first kit would eat fenders like it was nobody's business.
Really?
Yeah, because you gotta remember, Lambo doors, you have to open them up to a certain angle and then bring them up.
Oh, so you're snapping fenders.
So you gotta remember, that hinge was only really moving something stupid, like 15 degrees, 20 degrees, something like if you're stuck between another car and you kind of creak the door open type deal.
You can still get out.
To try and still get out, that's to give you an idea mentally, the angle to try and actually open the door. So you gotta remember, you're coming from the habit of every day, boom, open the door, close the door. That's mentally you're not there. So all the first guys that never failed, Lambo door kit installed, kink.
Oh God.
It was the ankle killer. I used to call it the ankle killer because you open the door and you put your leg out. You would put the leg out, they'll swing the door, and the door will be like, dunk, just dank them right back in the ankle. You'd be like, oh, what the fuck? And have like a bruise on it for like a week.
It's funny that you say that because 370Zs, 350Zs, anybody who's ever opened their door and just let it sit there for a second while they're like on their phone or eating shit, that thing swings back, dude, and it kills you.
Seriously, they do
Oh
that?
man, it's violent.
Oh, you can do Lambo doors then. You'll be prepared.
I'm ready.
But
Let it hit me in the head.
and also the shocks, the struts that will hold the doors.
Those are
But you gotta
Gotta
remember,
be
they're
beast.
generation one. You know what I mean? They're generation one. They're gonna blow easily.
Now, would you say that's an old mod or a new mod? Because guess what? I'm starting to see people do Lambo doors on everything.
I'll be honest. I am for it, but it has to go with the car, if that makes any sense.
Okay, my
Like,
car.
okay, for example, your Z. You can do Lambo doors, and it will look cool. Photo op, that type of deal. Or at a show, bring the door up. Would I do it on a 4-door? No. That looks kind of out of place.
Suicide doors would be the way to go.
And back then, the thing was Lambo front, suicide rear.
Oh, that's excessive.
Excessive when you're thinking about it and on paper, but when you see it in action, it looked really dope. The only bad part I saw to that was the timing of what door to bring in and close first.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can already see where this is going. Because you would go, I saw people, packing up after a show, blah, 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 throwing their stuff in the car. And they would go close the door and bring the Lambo door at the same time. So they would be like, dunk! And you see a nice gash right on top of it.
Gotta love that.
Like I said, I've seen all the mishaps.
I mean, since we're reaching this far back
Go.
for doors, how about the spinners? And not for anything, I'm a huge fan of a nice set of spinners.
Spinners falls into that category, at least for me. It killed itself. Because the original spinners.
The little cheapy brands are making them and
Yeah.
shit.
The original spinners, you had to have a niche. You had the resources, you had the money for it. What was it? It was an episode of Pimp My Ride.
The minivan.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, okay.
Shaq first did his stuff with like West Coast Customs. They introduced spinners in that episode, if I remember right, for the love of God. And then from there, it was just like this big thing, but it was like 3 pieces now.
Oh, I
$4
don't think,
grand, $5 grand, $6 grand in an era that the most you were paying for wheels was like $600 new. Maybe with tires you were like at like 1,000, 11, 12 maybe.
I guess you could say that
But what happens?
people overdo it and it
I
kills
get it.
itself.
You want to make an adapter piece or a universal spinner. That's what they used to call them, the universal spinners. That if it matched up to your bolt pattern, 5x114 or 5x120, whatever the hell your bolt pattern was, you can get this spinner piece and bolt it.
Stop.
But what happens? Did some of them look dope as hell in cars? Yes. Why? Because they had a little lip.
All right.
You gotta remember, it's not the excessiveness of the
Need that
lips
lip.
that they are now. But some wheels back in the day, some monoblocks, they'd have some pretty nice lips. Nothing crazy, but decent and really nice looking. You would add the spinner, it'll complement everything nice. But what happens? This is the funnier part. The real spinners never stop spinning. So whatever, gears they were installing them with,
Okay.
were really good damn gears. Like you would spin one, go walk, come back in like in an hour, and that motherfucker was still spinning. Not at the
Slowly?
same
Like
speed,
a
but
fidget spinner
still
type deal?
a very nice, spin. That the universal ones, you would spin 2 of them. One would stop in 2 seconds, and the other one would just like creak back and forth.
That's fucked up.
So you know what I mean? That's how you can spot them quick. Be like, oh, this guy got the knockoffs. that really used to be a thing.
Imagine buying the knockoff, somebody walking up to your car, spinning it as hard as they could. 4
And
seconds later, be like, fuck
creaks.
this guy.
But honestly, that used to be the thing back in the day. But again, I get it. You want to make a more affordable one that more people could get. But too many people jumped in that bandwagon and started making these fake spinners that, before you know it, played out the mod completely. It didn't survive 2 seasons.
It's sad because I'm a big 2000s fan, or like 90s fan for that matter. And those
I hope spinners come back, to be honest.
Man, I hope so
and
too.
honestly, I hope. Hope, kind of reaching too hard, but it would be nice, considering how 3 pieces are now, and the crazy lips that people are running. If someone did develop a next generation spinner,
There's a market there, guys.
That would be fire as hell. Granted, you're gonna have to get a fucking loan from a bank because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be spending close to 10 grand.
That's gonna be.
But with the way wheels are now, and how just technology in general has gotten better in the aftermarket stuff, creating a nice 3-piece wheel and adding a spinner to it.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, since we're on wheels,
Go for it.
camber. Careful what you say, because a lot of people can go south on this one.
Yes, I know. It can go
Sooner
south
than later.
very,
They're gonna be able to
very
leave comments
quickly.
on our shit,
What the fuck, guys?
leaving us voicemails. Oh,
Oh well, yeah. Actually, guys, yeah.
let's break
once
into
the
that.
show's over, we have some pretty cool stuff to announce. But
Okay.
but camber. What's the correct?
camber.
Camber. Okay, the way he says it.
Camber.
Camber. Am I for it? No.
Not even a small,
A small yes, to a certain degree.
but
No pun
not
intended.
not
No,
neon
not
yellow.
that it looks like the
350Z.
DeLorean from Back to the Future,
I love it.
cruising on Burger Line.
I love it.
Or better said, the ones that do the excessive. I'm talking about.
They're running on a half of an inch on tire.
Yeah, but they're running on stocks.
Oh, that shit kills me. I hate them.
Stop it. Put it back to normal, bro.
Listen, guy with the white Accord. I know that's you
You're so
again.
stupid.
I know it's you. Stop doing it. Or the kid with ready for this? The burgundy TSX.
He's just dead ass.
Stop doing that.
I
It's
love
not
how you're just
cool,
randomly
man.
picking out colors in cars.
No, because that's the people who
You're
do it
tr-
stereotypically.
You're triggering.
The TSXs and the
half
Accords.
people
Those
right
are
now.
you guys.
Listen, but it comes back to the very first thing. If done right, it always ends up.
I think
falling
Gabe
back
did
on
it
this.
perfectly.
If done right to a certain degree, yes, it looks nice. It looks cool and it looks mean. Once you go overboard, why?
And then they got to have the right wheel setup. If they don't
And
have that
have the
deep
right
barrel,
wheel set up,
and
but not even that. Why do you like going through tires every 2 months?
No, you just rotate them a little bit. You
that's
swap
the
the
thing.
tire on the other
swap
side.
the tire, God, that's the thing.
Have you ever noticed? Sometimes you see
No, I
Stancy
haven't.
boys with like a blank side.
No, I never
Ooh,
even
pay
noticed.
attention to that.
Oh, really?
That's when it
a
gets
thing.
funny.
That's a thing.
That's when it gets funny.
I mean, like I said, it comes back to the same thing that we always end up falling back on.
Mucho macho.
And no, stop mucho macho. Those tires are pretty decent though. If done right, and not to the excessiveness that some people. And you know what? At the end of the day, I even give those kudos and I give them respect
Absolutely.
in the sense that, oh, you did -4. Oh, I'm gonna try and do -10.
22.
You know in your mind, you're like, -10 is pretty bad. But you know what? Fucknut over here hasn't done that yet, so I'm going to be the first one to do it.
But I think that's kind of the law of the car community.
So it comes
You
back
haven't
to...
done it yet? I want to try it.
Yes, it does come back to like the principal rule of what it is to be in the car scene. To not be the next car that you're looking at your twin at a red light.
Oh, that's the worst.
You know what I mean? Or parked in the corner.
Well, if you got a wrap, congratulations, you played yourself because anybody can go out there and buy that color.
It comes back to the same thing. That's why,
Okay.
end
All
of the
right,
day,
all right.
it all falls back to the same that we were first talking about.
All right, well, I'm going to give you something. Pulling up
Go.
at a light. Here's what sets me apart.
What?
Pops and bangs. That's a mod. And it's a new one.
Yes and no. Yes, if you're in an outdoor event.
No, when you're my next door neighbor.
I mean, fuck your neighbor. Fuck your neighbor because he hates you anyway. I'm pretty sure at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's besides the point. If you're indoors at an event, what are you going to do? Pop and bang in the judge's ear?
No, well, they do have the outdoor events where they do match up pops and bangs
No,
and
yeah,
whoever's
I'm
is
saying
louder.
if you're not in an outdoor event, you're in a rooftop or, some of these events that they're doing it in parking decks type deal. Yeah, because you have your car on.
Yep.
You can show them you have a tune. You can show them you have pops. But if you're indoors, in an indoor event, like inside of a convention center, bro, the second you roll in, you have to disconnect your battery. So unless you're going to be farting in front of the judge and be like,
I can
pops
do
and
it.
bangs all day type deal, you're not doing anything.
Fart so hard I forget a social security number.
But it comes back to that. So is it a mod? Yeah, I would consider that a mod.
Okay.
But you have to be
If done right.
Not if done right, because
Oh, so what?
anybody can really do pops and bangs if tuned correctly.
No.
It just becomes
It's not
the
as
car setup in
loud or
itself
not as
or the tuner.
aggressive. Yeah, well, that all relies on a tuner.
Yeah, at the end of the day. So technically, anybody can really pull off the mod. It
burble
just comes
map.
into, the car specs and the correct tuner and that type of deal. But here's where I come back to. Is it really a mod if you can't show them?
I mean,
That's where I think it
I could
falls
show you
under
a picture with
personal
3-foot
mod.
flame.
Like
Will
a
I
mod
post it? No.
Well, yeah, obviously. But that I think would fall under the category of a personal mod. Like I didn't do it for you. I didn't do it for the point. I didn't do it for the judge. I did it for me.
Exactly that. I didn't do it for the clout.
Yeah, pretty much. Which that in itself is a different thing for another thing that we can get into.
Oh.
Which that alone is a beautiful topic on its end. The real car guys versus the I'm just
Clout
doing it here
chasers.
for how many likes I get on IG.
Well, that kills me. Ready for this? I'm going to tell you what distinguishes these two people. And I know we got to get into this really quick.
What? Go.
Whether they go to car shows or not. Because
Yes.
if you built your car and you built it just for you, at some point you're going to wind up at a show or a meet.
It happens to everybody. I've come across tons of people in my years in this already. From the ones that are straight hardcore into the car scene, every Cars and Coffee, every meet, every show,
Cruise nights.
cruise nights. What the babies used to be of what the meets are now. Cruise
Yeah.
nights. That's what it used to be. But all that, I've met them all. So I've seen the ones that just do it because they saw a movie and they saw all the hot girls.
And I think it's
And
going
they
to get
just
them
want
some
all the
poons.
girls. So no, I'm not.
Try
here for
again.
I'm not here for. I'm here for the pussy. That's what it is. I'm sorry, ladies. That are listening. Half of them are. There's a good portion that's really just out for that. Then you have the other ones is how many likes I can get online, or maybe if I do this, I want something free out of it. Grabbing a sponsor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are not the car guys.
I mean, personally to me, to a small percentage, they're kind of car guys, but I don't see them as the true, like,
People who want to get out there and have
gearhead,
fun
the
with their cars and
real
build on their
rancher.
cars themselves.
Exactly. Not in it for the likes, not in it for what the company can give me. I'm building this car this way, my way, under weather, under tight budget. I know if I buy these wheels, I'm going to be eating ramen noodle for a month, but I don't care because I want these damn wheels. And I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to this.
Hold on. I'm going to pause you right there because you're going to laugh at me.
Well, he has a box of ramen. He does have a box of cheese ramen, folks.
I just bought work wheels and I'm not proud of myself.
Well, but point proven.
No, yeah, man.
Point proven.
This is what we do.
This is what we do. Like I said, a million people, why are you in this? Why are you can be doing a million things with your money. You can be doing, why do you have to have so many cars? I mean, what the not? You only live once. At the end of the day, it's not like I'm paying monthly payments on all the damn things. They're all
No,
pieces
yeah,
of
they're
crap that
paid
I found
off.
along the way.
Yeah.
And I've gotten them stupid cheap. That type of deal. And I've done the work myself on pretty much all of them.
Yeah. No, I got to agree with it.
But end of the day, it comes into that mentality. Am I doing it for me? And if by chance, a company, I really like your car, man. Here's our cleaning products, or you know what? Here's our washers. Shit, okay, cool. That, to any car guy, is glory.
Oh, yeah, it's like a pat on the back.
It's a pat on the back. It's a level of respect. Like, yeah, you know what? These guys really liked what I created. And then it comes into the other half of the people. They go to a car show. If they don't see a fucking model near their car in the span of 3 hours, they want to leave or they're bored.
Okay, I get it. No, it makes sense.
All my car guys and all my car girls that do shows, you all damn well know shows are 70% boring.
No way. Because
Yes.
everywhere you look, there's a nice modded car.
Yes, it is a
Oh, well,
nice-
you're jaded to the fact of it. I'm still yet to go to one.
Granted, yes, it's a.
Been to meets, cruises.
It's a different thing just
photo
because, like I
shoots,
said,
you
you
name
haven't
it.
had a chance to go to shows yet. Once you go to the shows, once you walk around, and you're gonna be excited. Even to this day, I still get excited going to shows and seeing other cars and whatnot. But it gets to the level that you're just like, where's the mods these days? Where the
He's looking around the room.
like what the fuck? What's going on here? Like, why did I wake up today to go to this? Half of them, and like literally, that's anybody that's done shows. There's so many times you can go around and look at the same car before you're like, what the fuck?
Really?
Honest to God.
I don't see
And don't
myself
get me
going
wrong.
to a meet like that or a car show, rather.
You always get excited.
Okay.
You're
That's
always
true.
excited. The drive to the show for everybody that,
Cleaning
tapes up
it
and
up.
goes and, cleans up the cars and goes to
Tape.
the show. And it's even more fun when you're rolling with your crew, you're rolling with your team, or you're rolling with a few of your friends.
Having a little fun on the way there.
Having fun. It's exciting. That rush, nobody takes that away. I don't care how old you are by now, you always get excited about that. Get to the show, do the show. You walk around the shows. Yeah. Perfect example, the OC show that I tell you about.
Okay.
It's like 2 floors of cars, plus outside.
All right.
So you got cars to look at, left and right.
But once you do your lap,
Well,
you're
is
done.
it gonna really do 7 hours worth? You get me?
Okay, no, that makes sense. But
Which is why some of these shows have live performances, have DJs, have events, drifting if they have the space and they're permitted to, or they have the loudest pops and bangs, low car limbo.
Okay. Well, I gotta tell you, somebody
to
like
keep
me,
you wrapped up and excited and entertained and the whole spiel.
I don't need all that. I can spend a half an hour looking at one car.
Half an hour. You just said it yourself.
So now, let's say if there's 100 cars, guess what? You got me for what?
Oh, so I'm not seeing you for a whole weekend is what you're telling me.
Dude, I can spend that much time looking at cars.
Granted, I get what you're saying, but the point is, some shows you're just like, 4 more hours,
Yeah, perfect example.
5 more hours, and when it's 90 degrees outside, I'll tell you a different story.
Ready for this? The 85.
Okay.
Anybody can walk past that thing.
Yeah.
A car guy will spend time
No,
looking
a
at
car
it.
guy stops and stares. Yeah, that's where you can spot them. Yes, where 100% you can spot them.
And then they'll have to walk around it and notice every little intricate deal.
Yeah,
the
100%.
flares, the interiors, fucking nothing's ripped or wrinkled. Or
100%. It's just like
dash
when-
not cracked. It's bizarre.
Yeah, no, I get you. 100%. The real car guy stops and appreciates.
But just right there, they can spend at least 20 minutes just staring at that car.
100% true. 100% true.
Walking up to it, tapping on the pieces to see if they're fiberglass
If they're
or
fiberglass
plastic.
or not.
Like,
But it comes back to the previous topic that we're chatting on. Some of these cars don't really do a lot.
it's your stock car that has a wrap and rims.
And even to a certain degree, maybe not so much in that aspect because a really cool or exotic looking wrap with a nice set of wheels catches your eye, and you check out the car. You
But
take
then you
pictures
keep
of it and
pushing after
whatever.
4 seconds.
You said it yourself. After that, you're pushing. So what happens is, again, comes back to I have the very old school mentality. When I would go to a show, it was a show. Like you saw crap that you're like, how the hell did they even fit this in here? Like how in the world? And sadly, the
That's a dying
shows
breed.
have transitioned, and not even sadly because it's transitioned in a cool way because now cars are looking nicer to begin with,
Yeah, but it's not oversaturated.
and it's not really oversaturated.
So when you
but-
see it, it's kind of a nice thing.
yeah, exactly. But at the same time, again, this is coming from like an old school mentality and your new school mentality.
Okay.
I want to see a cut vent somewhere in there, or I want to see the crazy loud music setup, or TVs.
Okay. No, I get it.
I want to go to a show and see a show. I don't want to go to a show and see a used parking lot of used cars. Sadly.
No, you're right. You're not wrong.
You know what I mean? I like seeing the different tastes. Do you have to go crazy? No, of course not. Be unique. That's all it comes down to. Uniqueness. A little pinch of being different than the other guy. And that starts setting you apart. And that starts, for the love of God, you could even start a trend.
And
by
that,
mistake.
ready for this? You being unique sets that other guy to say, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit better,
Exactly. And before you know it,
13
without
TVs
even
in the
thinking,
fucking trunk, and you're scratching your head while you're in debt 12 grand. No, I'm sorry to say it that way.
It is.
But
Are
it's
you
the
wrong?
best feeling
No.
ever because it's an amazing thing to look at.
It is an amazing thing to look
And
at.
to play with, to be honest.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
if you have a
true.
Wii in your trunk, Sonic.
Yes, guys, I do. So if you're ever bored and at a show,
Yes,
and have my
Wii-Wii's
truck
in
with
his
me,
trunk. Oh,
you're more than welcome to come by
there
and
you
play some
go.
like Sonic sport games or something, because that's pretty much all I got in there anyway.
Sega, if you're listening, put something on Xbox or PlayStation
hey,
soon.
Sega, talk to me, bro. Dying to be in your booth. But it comes down to that. Okay, perfect example. Car stuff to the damn side. You go to Comic-Con in New York. Comic-Con. The crazy costumes, the cosplay, the
I've
whole
worked
9
that.
yard.
I'm a stagehand.
Okay, so you know where I'm going
Yep.
with this. Okay, you walk in there and they're selling nothing but goddamn books. It looks like a library. What'd you just pay for?
No, I'd be pissed.
Okay.
I'm there looking for the waifu.
Don't get me wrong. You're gonna find the one cool book. Yeah, of course you're gonna find one cool book if you're into that.
It better be a fucking manga.
But you get what I'm saying? I go to a show. I want to see a damn show. I want to see something that's gonna really, holy shit. That's good engineering.
Waifu. Do you know what waifu is?
No, what is that?
Anime girls.
Seriously? Oh my god. See, now I know you've been watching way too much anime with Kate. That's how I know that's rubbing off on you finally.
And hentai. No, I'm kidding. Don't even Google what that word means. Oh, man.
But it comes
Awful.
down to that. And again, this is maybe it's just a little bit of a biased, brain fart, just because I am old school and when it comes to these shows, and I've been wrapped up in that for so long that seeing the change, I'm kind of like, man, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Maybe it's that.
Okay.
But to a certain degree, I still kind of respect all the bills because they are kind of all different.
And somebody did
I
work
try to
for
find.
it. Yeah. You try to find the good in it.
I try to find the good in everything. That's how generally I am.
If you've ever met Sonic, that's basically his personality. Whether you're a piece of garbage or you've done wrong by him or you've burned somebody that he loves, he'll try to find the good in you, I promise you. And
I guess it's just whatever, just how I am.
the only way he's going to cut you off is if you cut yourself off from him first. That's literally what it
Pretty
takes.
much it comes down to that. But when it comes into, like, again, mods and stuff like that, it's one of those things that I want to see stuff that I haven't seen before. Even if I have seen it, a little different. That's all. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's one of those things.
Well, that's what it's called, modded.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
And why actually, the guys in the team, I pushed them because I've had many guys in the team that have come up. I'm talking about old members that now are straight, show cars now. They would come in with just the mentality of, keep it clean, nice set of wheels, maybe bags, whatever. But slowly, them going to shows all the time with us and seeing the same car, maybe
Then
with the
they
same
start working on the
style setup,
fenders, and then they start working on the interior, and then the
they
trunk setup.
started slowly picking up on, maybe I can
Do this a
maybe I
little
can
bit
find a
better.
different lip. Maybe I can do something different to the headlights. Maybe I can do something different to the interior. Like one of my guys in the team, Deshaun, with a Chrysler 300.
I like that, by the way. I haven't met him yet. He seems like
That-
a cool dude.
300 is on point, and he's done all the work himself, and he started off with the same thing. Hell, he didn't even want to drop the car when he first joined.
Stop.
Not kidding. It took him maybe 2, 3, 4 seasons with us to finally be like, all right, you know what? Maybe I'll do a simple drop. Nothing drastic like you guys, but I want to lower it a little bit. I was like, yes, dude, do it. It's going to give the car a meaner stance. Watch. He finally dropped it, and he was like, yeah, you're right. It looks good now. It looks good now. And he literally has it painted. The car's nickname is Baby Bentley. Because he's full custom interior. The champagne bottles semi VIP'd out.
Why haven't I seen his interior? I've only seen pictures via Instagram of the outside.
Yeah, of the exterior. He's very.
He doesn't want to give away the recipe
he doesn't want to
unless
give away
you
the
see it in
secrets,
front.
which is cool. And I love that.
Just right in your eyes. All right, got it.
You got to go to the show and go look at the car, type of deal, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, he's done some really unique things." He has a fake fireplace.
Fuck you.
He has a fake fireplace. He has a full champagne.
You know I'm
bottle
going to DM
holder
him after this that I need to see pictures. I'm
with
on your
the-
team,
with
dude.
the
Show me pictures.
"Quote unquote" ice. I'm telling you, the car is something to really make you.
Have a baby inside of it because that's what it sounds like. I like it. I like it a lot.
But that's the point. And did he go crazy with the exterior? No, not really. If you look at it, pearl paint job.
Yeah.
I believe he's on 22s if I'm not mistaken. With a little bit of that hint of the pearl white that he has with like that copperish orange, to give you an idea. Like that color combo.
Okay.
Tinted windows, a little bit of chrome stuff, nothing too drastic. But when you open the doors,
It feels like a genuine video.
it smacks you in the face.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You know what I mean? But that's the stuff that you
That
love
one
to
shows.
see.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And that's what the stuff that gets you excited when you go to a show.
All right, I don't mean
Go
to.
for it. No.
I don't
shoot.
mean to switch you back off, but now that you brought up that color, how do you feel about the pastel colors? Because I know that was a big thing back in the day, and now it's starting to loop back around.
Yes, pastels used to be a very big thing. I remember seeing like the baby blue Civics, baby blue Civic SIs, like the 2000 SIs.
And now they're coming back around
And
with
slowly they're coming up now.
macaroon oranges,
Yes.
the jade,
100%. I'm for it.
skin
100% I'm for it.
tones.
I love seeing that. Even to the point that even if I'm not mistaken, even factory cars are coming out with
Some of
these
them
options
are.
already. Some of them, not all of them, but
I mean, we're circling back around. Look at Will.
yeah, Will's another one.
I gotta give the internet.
No, give him a shout out
I gotta
because
give you guys this guy's.
that Jetta is on the damn ground.
All right.
Is he Range Rover wheels? I'm not
Actually,
mistaken?
I can't tell you what he's rocking now because he hasn't taken a picture of it yet.
Oh, okay. God forbid.
Yeah. So, his name is William.NJ. Absolutely go give that man a follow. It's,
One of the coolest looking
I promise you won't see
Jettas.
anything like it ever again.
seen in a very long time, to be honest.
And he's talking about getting rid of his color. DM him a color you'd like to see,
Or DM him and tell him to keep the goddamn color, personally.
please.
Because I don't want him to change the color. I
if
like
he-
that color.
I already had the conversation with him today. If he gets rid of that color, he is then going to paint my car that color.
What?
What?
Pink Z?
Listen, you know I got things in the move
Granted, yes, I know about it. Really, a pink Z?
with fucking 7 different pearls in it. Come on, fight me.
Okay, no, fight you. Jesus, so dramatic.
Try it.
God, Jesus Christ.
It's a custom one-off color. He dumped more pearls than Lexus and Mercedes and fucking you name it. He's got it.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's true.
A
because
one-off, and
He made his own custom pink,
he's got the recipe.
but it comes down to that.
He's got the recipe.
It literally comes back to everything that we've been chatting about.
And you've seen it in different lights. It looks a little purple. It looks a little bit more
Yeah,
pale.
it gives different hues, a little bit of yellows, a little bit of oranges, even with the sun hits it right. And the day it's pink.
It's
He just took a whole crap ton of freaking pearls and decided to be like, why not? But that's what works. That's what works. And you look at the car. Does he have crazy mods?
actually got some nice stuff. You got the black interior, which doesn't come with that car, and
No, but I'm saying
the audio louder than my car versus your car.
saying
and
the exterior. It's clean.
he's got the lip. There's not a fucking nick or swirl in the paint.
It's clean as
Bags.
hell. So, end of the day, do you have to go wide body? Do you have to chop up stuff? No.
Camber.
But
Camber.
he has the recipe
Yeah.
while not doing crazy a lot. So at the end of the day, you could still pull off enough to go park at a show, and you know it's going to grab attention. And you really,
But that's a car you have to walk around and look at it.
yes, exactly. But
Because
it
if
comes
you know what
back
you're
to
looking
that.
at, you're like, oh man, where do you find that lip? Oh man. Where do you find these wheels? Oh, man.
But tell me no. He really didn't do a lot.
He did what
He did a lot, but not
visibly to the
crazy.
person who doesn't know what they're looking at.
Exactly. If you're
If you're a V-dub guy,
if you're a V-dub guy, forget about it. You're
you're
gonna
gonna
spot
nut in
everything.
your pants.
It's one of those things. But for the common Joe, the common guy or girl that just likes cars, the car's gonna attract you.
It's still a cool car.
And it's still a cool looking damn car. And he hasn't chopped up fenders. He hasn't chopped up a hood. He hasn't
Nope, everything's in
shaved
peace.
anything really.
We've joked around
Minor
about
little things
molding
here
the
and there,
entire
but-
body, but
He's never gonna do that. Not, is he really? If he does, I like him even that much more now.
no, we joked around about it. He was like, I could do it. Nothing would stop me. I would just metal fab it. I'm just thinking,
Which would be dope as hell.
and when I tell you, this guy's good with his hands. Will worked with me for about like a half a year.
Mm-hmm.
He broke his ass every day. I think if he really wanted to, he could do it.
I believe it.
All right.
But it comes back to that.
So pastel colors. What was the other thing I was thinking of? Ooh, ready for this? 'Cause
What?
do you consider the seats and wheels? All right, so people put those NRG seats and an NRG wheel, and that's it. Their interior is done.
Me
But
personally, I think
hold
that's a
on.
good foundation.
Meanwhile, the interior is still beige. It hasn't been blacked out yet. It's not a crazy color. It's not. How do you feel about that? Unless they're going with a beige theme, I think it looks a little funny sometimes.
It does. It kind of goes to that. Like if you at least get the seats and the energy wheel to complement your interior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can dig that. Do I feel like that's it? You're done? Wrap it up? You're going to SEMA? God no! What the fuck? No. That's
a cop
what I
out.
call the building blocks. Really.
And we're not knocking NRG. We love you guys. You guys are pretty good as far as
No,
gear and durability
it's a good
goes.
company and they make cool ass stuff.
I'm really unhappy with the way their harness bar goes on
Why,
the
what's
Z.
wrong with their harness bar?
Doesn't fit right.
Really?
Oh man.
What's wrong? Explain, bro.
It's maybe like 7 inches too
There you go.
far.
Customer support, energy.
Yeah, really. It's like 7 inches too far from the seat, from the back of the seat.
Really?
So your harness straps kind of choke you, and you can get like the longest harness straps
I thought you
can
liked
get.
that.
Only when it's Caitlin. Yeah, baby. No,
I mean, it wouldn't be a podcast
No.
if we did it.
she's on top. No, her mom listens to this. I'm going to hell on a jet. This is fucked. But back to the serious
Yeah.
topic. It just doesn't fit right.
Is it
And-
a first gen product or a second gen? 'Cause most first gens, just
I'm
anybody
unaware.
in general.
To be honest, I bought it off eBay. Thought it was a cool thing. Yeah, I can rock my
Are you
seats
sure
with
it's
the
real
harness.
energy?
I'm positive.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause,
And
there's some sellers with the whole, they're real energy, and then you don't get it. You're like, bro, this is like styrofoam from like Home Depot. What is this shit?
I'm hoping NRG figures it out or has gotten enough complaints where like, all right, maybe we need to make an actual like K-shaped harness for this car.
Yeah, look into that. I didn't even know about that. You weren't even having that.
I mean, for bang for buck, it's not bad. It's just gonna be a really fucking tight harness.
right, okay.
It's like $125, $150. Not beating that. The K harness they want like $400 for, and
yeah,
NRG doesn't make it.
Yeah, you're not beating the energy
No, I
price.
mean you get
It's
what you
one of
pay
those
for apparently, but
things. But
if NRG's listening, start making those little adapter pieces on the side, maybe 3 inches shorter.
okay, there you go, guys. If you're listening.
I hope they are.
But
Throw me a sponsorship. Give me a roll cage. I'll be the first NRG roll cage. I'll drive it to where you need to drive it. They'll fab it, slap NRG sticker on it. We'll sell a bunch of them.
there you go. There you go. But when it comes to this interior stuff,
Is that seat and the wheel just it?
no, God, no. At least not to me. I mean, that falls on the person. Because I have met those people that are just like, no, I'm just doing wheels and tints. And dude, and that's all they're going to do, and that's all they did. That's it. Which is fine. Don't get me wrong, that's fine. But now what triggers the life out of me is when they do that. And then they're like, nah, I'm going to go to the show. And then they get pissed if they don't get first. What?
Oh, face
Because
palm.
you meet those too. You do meet some of them that are like that. You know what I mean?
Well, would you consider tints a mod?
No, absolutely not. Tints to me are no mod.
How about sparkly tints?
You just want approval of your sparkly tint because that's what he's
I haven't
going
even
with
posted on
the
IG
damn
yet.
Z.
I haven't.
Is it different? Yes. Is it even tint? No, it's not really even tint,
Actually,
right?
it's a film.
But it just has the like
Little
the
sparkles on
sparkle
it.
stuff on
You
it.
can see right through it.
Yeah, he's
It's
gonna
just
look like a
little
princess on
sparkles.
it. It's beautiful. I can't wait to.
I'm gonna be pretty. No, dude, it looks cool.
I mean, do it. Why the fuck not? But
Would you consider that a mod? It's out of the
I
park.
still don't consider that a mod.
When I park next to you and you have
To the
tints,
small exception of you at least,
did something different than tints.
one, you did that different. And two, you have a lot more stuff that will complement it.
Very JDM.
Which that is a JDM thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Big time.
The whole sparkly thing. But it comes down to that. You have two things. One, it's a little bit different than the common, just normal tint. And two, you have stuff that complements the tint.
Plays it up.
I mean, it plays it together.
Okay.
So will me consider tint? No. God, no. It's one of those things. What do you do when you get a car? What's the first mod everyone does?
Plastic dips their wheels.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh God, we all know we've done it. We're all guilty of it, and it's
Yeah,
it's
we
such
really
a,
are.
a
We really are.
fucking sin.
But what's the first thing everybody does? They go and they tint the window.
Yeah, no, you're
Then from
absolutely
there,
right.
they'll do lights. Change up the headlights, do the bulbs, upgrade
or
them.
wrap them yellow or smoke the lights.
Or do something smoke, or yeah, exactly, do yellow. And then from there, maybe a set of wheels.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
You get me?
You're
Those-
absolutely right.
what
Throw a
I-
lip on it.
What I've seen.
The builder mods, they're
Yeah,
building
the builder
slowly.
mods. They're the baby steps of getting into the car scene. Because I know a lot of people that don't know really anything of, the car world, customizing, all the crazy stuff that we've talked about. But they do understand tints, brighter lights, and wheels.
Yep, absolutely.
And then from there, they slowly start liking it. And then
Okay.
from there, start building and start doing their homework and, jump on forums and jump on group pages on Facebook and whatnot. And then from there, YouTube videos, because we all watch the YouTube videos when we're stuck freaking installing something.
Oh,
We're
perfect
all
example.
guilty of it.
The brakes.
Yes, 100%. That's a perfect example.
Tell you guys a good story. So Sonic was there. What car was that?
My 87 Alante. The
Sonic
most
owns
annoying goddamn car you can ever possibly
87
work on.
Cadillac Alante. I mean, the year for it should say enough, but if you've seen the dash cluster, it's like out of a movie.
It's
Everything's
fucking
electric, and it's really cool inside the cockpit, because that's not even a fucking interior at that point.
No,
It's
it
all
just
red.
looks like a cockpit. It really does.
So he's there for about an hour trying to get one screw, a little clip, actually, what it is, to line up.
So annoying, stupid caliper.
He gets so pissed off, breaking knuckles and shit. The father's like, move out of my way. I'm going to do this. The father's that stoic man I told you guys about. But if you can make him smile, he likes you.
You're in.
So the father does it for about an hour and a half. And I'm watching both of them. I'm like, that don't look so hard. And of course, it sounds like I'm going to be a victim to these fucking breaks. I granted, but so now the father's there an hour and a half, and he's like, fuck this. I'm going inside to wash my hands. And Sonic kind of looked over at him like, fuck, all right, I guess I
I'm
have
like,
to
well,
go
if he
back under
gave up,
there.
I'm setting the car on fire. There's no way coming back from this now.
I said, let me try it. So now, of course,
I mean, fuck you because you got lucky.
no, hold on. Don't ruin the story on me.
Oh, no, I'm going to...
They both look at me like, all right, idiot, go ahead, get under there. I get under there, 4 seconds, pink, pink, pink. Is this how it's supposed to sit? They looked at each other like,
This motherfucker, I'm going to set the car on
They
fire
started
now with
bashing
him
me.
in it.
they started bashing me. The father shoves me on the way out, move. He was pissed. He was angry. I'm like, dude, I'm helping. I promise you I'm helping.
Put it this way. To
Door
bleed those
slams,
brakes...
kicks the cat. The poor cat didn't have
Poor
nothing to do
cat,
with it.
Really? They kicked
Oreo.
the cat?
Shout out Oreo.
To bleed those stupid brakes, you had to do the driver front with the passenger rear
Correct.
and vice versa
Yep.
for the other one. So coming from normal brakes that have bled in my lifetime, it's just you could do the fronts like a normal
Thank you,
goddamn
GM.
person and then do the fucking rears. No, for some apparent reason, these guys in GM were like, no, let's fuck with them. Let's fuck with them hard. They'll never get this.
They'll
Let's
never
do the
figure
front-
this shit out.
The front driver with the rear passenger.
Not anticipating forums or YouTube.
Like, what the fuck? Oh my God, that was a nightmare in its end.
I was there for all of 4 seconds. Clicked it back in.
I still say you got lucky, so you can go fuck yourself. Because you don't even know Cadillacs.
I know a little bit.
You got lucky. Shut up. You got lucky.
I could do it again tomorrow if I tried.
You want to? I'm not going to stop you, bro. I ain't doing my brakes ever again. I'll tell you that shit right now.
You don't fucking drive the thing enough to wear the brakes away.
You're right.
That
That's
poor
why I don't have to
car.
worry about it. It's a spring and summer car.
I gotta tell you, it is pretty minty, but it definitely is a spring summer car.
Yeah.
Convertible, hardtop, the whole nine. Back to the topic at
Go for it.
hand. How do you feel about the big wings? Because I know a lot of people give me grief on Instagram for this, and it's just something that's been back in my head. I took the wing off maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I haven't ran it since. But how do you feel about the big wing?
I do like them. I do like the big wings. I am a fan of them.
How about on the Camrys on Burgerline?
Shut the fuck up. No. Absolutely not.
So it kind of has to be a chassis mount for it to matter.
It doesn't have to really be like a chassis mount.
Or trunk mount. But it
the
can't be that
nice
shit that
looking
sits on top
professional
of it.
mount. You know what I mean?
Can't be
GT
an eBay
mounts. No, God, for the love of God, not the eBay wing. It's one of those things that irks the life out of me. Every single time I've told you this, I want to go back because I had the big wing set up on the E36. What happens is, brief story, I made my own brackets for my big wing. I fabbed my own. I wasn't a fan of everything that was in the market, and personally, I didn't want to cut up my bumper because it was expensive to paint the damn car, so I didn't want to, chop up my damn bumper to put a chassis mount. So I was like, all right, you know what? I will figure this out. I'll recreate something, and I was able to run it where the license plate sits a little bit further out, and I was able to make a bracket
On an E36.
on an E36.
I'm just giving them a better picture.
Okay, but I was like, all right, I'll find myself a nice wing. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I want to make sure this works right. So yeah, granted, I got a big wing like off of eBay for like 40,
For the wing part, not for the
40,
the
50
mount
bucks.
part.
Yeah, not for the mounts. It came with, it came with those cheapy mounts, but I wanted the wing.
The
part.
58-inch, 62-inch.
Yeah. All right, mounted it, happy. All right. I even went to Poconos. I drove to Impact. I mean, the wing was still there when I got there, so I'm like, okay, pat on the back. The wing I didn't leave it on Route 80 anywhere, so I guess I did this right. Downforce was a motherfucker. I was scraping like 70 miles an hour. I got like, oops, I guess I angled this up a little bit more than I should have. But anyway, I get back home. I'm happy. All right. You know what? Maybe I'm fine-tuning things. I'm adding the cables just to make it a little bit sturdier and want to try to figure out the rods and all that mess of crap. A car honks because they see the BMW
In the driveway.
and they, oh man, that's dope as hell. I'm like, oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. I got the same one. I'm like, got the same one? What the fuck? What the fuck this guy talking about? And I go and look at the same fucking wing. And I was like, oh yeah, give him a thumbs up. I'm like, oh, it looks good. He goes, yeah, man, we're like wing brothers. Stop it. This homie dead ass told me we are wing brothers.
I would have lit his car on fire.
You know what I did the second he left?
Hold this L.
The second he left, I went and took off the goddamn big wing. I was like, and I'm over it. Literally lasted on my car, I think it was maybe a month.
Until homeboy came over and talking about, hey, look, we're ring brothers.
I'm like, come on. Like, no, we're not. I'm not going to sit there and be like, no, sir, you need to set your car on fire. I'm not like that either. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
should have been.
You
should have just started pulling on it, just
thumbs
tugging
up,
on it. I'm
thumbs
ripping
up,
this shit
thanks,
off right now.
Thanks. But that kind of killed it for me. So, will I go back to it? Yeah, I've been wanting to go back to it. And even Amanda's on her BMW when I'm done with hers.
Okay.
I'm trying to redo the brackets again, a little bit thicker metal, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But yeah, I love the big wings. I really do. But the nice looking wings.
It has to come up and around and be like, it has to have a particular flair to it.
Yes, exactly. Because honestly, every single big wing I have seen, chassis mounted, trunk mounted, what's the other one? I forgot the name of it. But it doesn't go in the trunk. It goes all the way in the corners.
Fender.
Towards the quarter panels, to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Those type of big wings. I just can't remember the name of those brackets. But all those look hot. They all look dope. They honestly all look dope. And granted, yes, they're functional as shit because
A wing is a wing,
downforce
yeah.
is downforce. even on show cars, that you can tell they do not drift. You can tell they do not autocross. Let's face the facts. But the look, yes, 100% I'm for it. 100% I'm fucking for it. It's just those damn eBay ones that irk me. They really do. They really goddamn do. And don't get me wrong, there's some stuff on eBay that I've been lucky with and cool stuff, but oh my God, those damn wings. Maybe if they were better material, maybe then I'll be happier.
If it was all carbon fiber, you'd be all right.
Yeah, even then they got that simulated stuff, which looks decent. It's just, I don't know. Just not the eBay wing.
How about when people just start chopping random shit?
I mean, you're talking to King Chop over here. So
How about a chopped rear bumper?
it's unique.
240s just delete the fucking bumper. I think that's a sexy thing.
They do look good, but it comes back to...
Now,
I think
is
what
that a
we
mod or
previously
is that
talked
somebody being lazy enough to put on their bumper?
That's where it comes into.
Because that would be me.
See, me personally, if you have the 240, right?
Yeah, let's just
You
say.
take the back bumper, but you finish everything behind it, and it looks flawless, then no, that's not lazy at all, to be honest.
Okay.
But now if you just took off your back bumper because, I mean, you saw it on Instagram and it looked cool, and that's it, I mean,
Accord guys, do that mod.
you're so stupid.
That's the cool mod to do.
Trigger everyone and their mother.
TSX guys, that's the thing to do. That right there. Just
But it-
delete your
like,
front
it
bumpers,
goes
rear
back to-
bumpers, side skirts.
But it goes
Hood.
into the same thing.
Fuck it.
Honestly, it goes into the same thing.
How about running no hood?
Never found the
What?
benefit of that.
I love it.
Nothing at all. What, like,
Aesthetically,
do I get
Come on.
you going to the show, take off your hood, or put it on the roof, slide it on the stand type deal and leave it next to the car? Yeah, that looks dope. Why? Because to me personally, you're looking at an entire presentation.
oh shit.
Now, if you just get there with the hood, you're just like, what, you forgot your hood at home, bro? Like, go ahead. Like, what? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. After a while, you trigger me and the Cuban comes out. But honestly, like, okay. I get it. You have a lot of chrome and polish, a big ass turbo, a supercharger, or a good whine to it.
2JRB. type
Something
deal.
dope as hell. It looks cooler to me. Again, this is coming from my own opinion. I could be wrong many times, but if you take off your hood and you have a nice stand or something to like prop it right next to the car, yeah, that looks fire as hell. I'll even step you up a little bit further than that. On the display shelves of car shops and tire shops, they have the tire logo on the bottom. Mm-hmm. That plastic piece.
Yeah.
And you put the rim or tire on it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Those are the brownie points at the shows, man. Now think of it. Think of a beautiful
then-
240 SX.
You have to put that one wheel on a lug stand.
No, you don't.
You gotta keep it on a jack.
Not even. You just bend the plastics and slide them in.
No. You're taking the wheel off.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
You just slide it on and call
Yeah,
it a
you
day.
can.
Really?
Yeah, because I've done it. But it's those brownie points that if you have the hood propped on the side, granted, I'm going a little bit further than what the topic is, but mentally, if you look at a beautiful painted or wrapped 240 SX, okay? Mm-hmm. 3-piece wheels, perfect camber, wide body, canards, big wing, chassis mounted, okay?
Yeah.
The guy takes off the hood, props it on the side, everything chromed out, wire tucked,
Clean, minty.
clean, minty. But isn't that a better representation of the car when you're looking at it than just showing up with no hood?
I guess that was a ratchet coming out of me because I've never envisioned that picture inside of my head.
It's presentation.
And, that'll
And don't
you
get me wrong,
points.
there's a lot of guys that I've seen that happen. I've seen people do that a million times. They'll leave their hood at home just to ride around with no hood. Me personally, I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, whatever
If
floats
it
your boat.
works,
If it works, I mean, whatever.
Accord guys, that is the move.
You're so stupid.
But yeah, no, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I never even thought of it.
100%.
Fuck.
End of the day, when you're going into this show stuff, okay? Because granted, a million times, people are listening or probably be like, fuck these guys, because I'm not going to a show. I'm just going to do it for me and hang out in the parking lot type deal and with my friends, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all cool and fine. But when you want to do more, because after a while, that parking lot's going to get boring.
Oh, especially when the jerk-offs come, pop and bang, and do the burnouts and
You want to do more.
And...
You want to get out there, or you look at a car magazine like, damn, bro, I wish I could one day be in a magazine, or they use your car for a flyer. You're like, fuck, I hope to get to that level.
That's
one
been done.
day. You know what I mean? Aspirations in the car scene.
Okay.
And you start going to shows and whatnot. Leaving your hood behind?
Oh, you're right. It's not a full picture of a car.
It's not a full picture. You're not giving your car all the credit it could get, is what I'm saying.
Huh. Especially in my fucking hood.
Well, yeah.
If you have a hood that's like carbon fiber or something, I'm assuming it's got to score more points than a regular OEM hood that's,
100%. But I'll do you one even better. That's an old one that's... To this, I haven't seen that mod in over... I want to say over 10 years. I haven't seen that at all.
What?
Split hoods.
Oh, with the zigzag down the middle, comes up like it's getting ready to take you in the middle.
Yeah. Looks like it's just hungry.
I particularly like that when there's a crazy motor. I've seen that with a VHR or VHS 45, the Nissan's V8.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
It's got the big old nasty manifold up top.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that totally chromed out, and it's just a beautiful thing.
But that mod was insane. You're chopping up your hood right in half. And if you were really extra, you would make it motorized. So you have guys, like a key fob, lock or unlock, just literally press a button, and the hood would just open on its own.
Ready for this? Imagine you're in your house, you sit on your fucking keys, 2 little kids are walking past.
And the hood just opens up.
They're going to start running, bro. Fuck this, run!
But those were the mods. Those, like I said, if you were extra, you were making your stuff motorized.
Huh. Motorized. I didn't even think about that.
Actuators used to be the thing, bro. I used to know guys that would take a 32-inch plasma screen when they first started coming out and retrofitting it in their trunks.
And have it pop out.
You have a whole setup, looking nice, and the guy would just flip a switch, and a 32-inch would just slide up from behind the subs.
In your face. That sounds pretty cool.
It is fire as hell. Is it a wiring nightmare to do? Hell yes. Hell yes, because you have to, tune the actuator right. Because it just shoots
through the fucking roof.
The TV's going through the damn roof. But aside from that, they have gotten better from, over the years, of course. But,
aim it at your house, same day shipping like
Amazon.
Amazon.
But back then, oh no, it was fun. It was fun. Like I said, but it comes into that, the craziness. And not even the craziness, just the uniqueness of it. Of doing the mod or doing something creative.
I'm going to give you one that's less creative, more functional, but people use it as a mod.
Okay, go.
Roll cage.
Yes. I love roll cages. I love the whole
You're just going to say yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. All right, end of the show, host. Bye, see you next week. No, kidding.
In an Accord.
I mean...
Well, what happened? Now you're quiet.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't care. If done nice. If it looks mean as hell.
Okay.
Because you can't cut out these Accords that do the engine swaps.
No, all right, listen. Accord guys,
because
don't get me wrong. If you're one of these newer dudes with the brand new turbo in there, oh my God, you're the man.
I have seen some shit.
Okay.
I even seen one day.
I get it. No.
To this day, I still have not seen. What was it? A 3rd gen Accord with the CRV motor and CRV trans, making it all-wheel drive, and on top of that,
it's a nice car all day.
And put an S2 motor in it. And I left the transmission of a CRV. So it was an S2 motor, all-wheel drive. And on top of that, turboed it. In an Accord.
That's cool.
So, end of the day...
But when I say the Accord, guys, I'm talking about your regular...
Oh, no. The
OEM wheels.
Yes.
Stock height and... all the kid has is tints. But he's racing in and out of Kennedy. Like, his house is on fire and he needs to be there.
See, no, absolutely not. No roll cage for you, sir.
He gets
it
to
back.
die like a man.
Return it.
Take his
Return it.
airbags away.
But if done right, yeah, 100%. I'm for it.
Okay.
It looks that much meaner, obviously, when the car has a little bit more exterior stuff to it. So the overall aesthetic, you're like, holy shit. Like without the car moving, you're like, damn. Like automatically, you see a car with a roll cage, flares,
You have
three-piece
to
wheels
ask
and
what's
on the
going
ground,
on,
and
yeah.
it looks just like it's on steroids. You're just like, what the? The first question you ask is, so how much horses you got? I don't give a fuck who you are. That's the first question you're asking.
I'm gonna lie.
But you get me? That's the first thing that pops up to mind. You see a roll cage. The car has a few mods on the ground. Damn. Okay.
So my favorite thing to
I
do.
wonder what this guy has under the hood. That's the first thing that pops up.
We both know there's a guy on the team
Yes.
that has a car with a roll cage that was particularly fast.
Okay.
Not
Yes.
gonna say his name because, believe me, he's hearing this and he knows it's him.
He knows it's him.
And he would throw out some stupid number like, "Yeah, I'm only at 450,
Yeah, lie. No, you weren't.
only at 500," and we're just like, I'm looking at him like, "All right, you're dropping your numbers lower. I wonder what the fuck that's about." The first time I ever seen it, I'm like, "All right, he must be a racer or something like that." And I got to know the guy, and I know he was smoking cars on a daily. Every other day, it was somebody talking shit. Yeah, I'm faster than him. I could beat him. And then 20 minutes later,
Nice surprise.
killing somebody by 12 car lengths, 8 car lengths, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why can't he be straight up with somebody?
I mean, it makes sense. There's the perfect science behind it, but
Yeah, no, obviously, if he was racing for money, that'd be
But-
one thing, but
I do love that look though.
I missed that, by the way.
Whether it's a 2-door, 4-door, whatever. But if you got a roll cage or the roll bar, yeah, no, 100%. That looks fucking mean as shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, granted, are your back seats completely useless and pointless? Yes.
He
yes,
calls his back
100%.
seats the jungle gym because that's
The
where he likes
jungle
to have
gym.
sex.
Yeah, I mean, even me when I did it to the BMW.
Oh, yeah, no,
I have back
course.
seats for no reason. It looks nice and pretty. And I get the question, why don't you just take them out and delete them completely for like weight reduction? I'm like, I mean, she's a cow. She's slow. I'm not. She looks fast parked, but she's a fucking cow. My E36 is a cow. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
She's
So
a cow.
I swear to God. It just looks fast parked, and that's all I care about. It's my little Hot Wheel. But I am a fan of roll cages. 100% a fan of.
Roll cages.
So what do you think? What's your take on the roll cages, actually? Because I've been telling you to do a roll cage on the Z. You've just been lazy.
No, I've been financially stressed.
I'll buy you more ramen. Don't
No,
worry.
that's not the point. Between worrying about what the Audi was going
I'm
to
going to
cost.
start a GoFundMe for him for ramen guys.
No.
So he can get his roll cage.
So I have the Audi at a mechanic, and apparently he was supposed to be fixing things and this, that, and the third. He fixed what he needed to fix to make the car run. But did he fix absolutely everything on it? No. And I know I'm going to have to shell out some more money because, let's face it, this Audi is expensive. It's an Audi
Sadly.
A8L, 2006. You
Thank
want to
God
buy
it's- Thank God it's an 06. Could be worse. It could be a 2020. Then you're really fucked.
You want to buy one headlight? All right, $500. You want to buy one portion of the taillights, which there's 4 of them, 2 on each side. Yeah, there goes $350.
Yeah, pretty much, sadly.
And I'm scratching my head wondering to myself, like, why did I do this to myself?
I mean, at the end of the day, it was a good project car.
No, it's a great
dirt
project car
cheap.
because at the end of it, it's a subtle flex.
And what's the mileage on that damn thing? It hasn't even.
It's under 100,000.
So, I mean, a little bit of TLC. Maybe a little bit more TLC than the normal average. But overall, like,
No,
the
no,
car's
no.
going to be dope when it's done.
At the end of it, it's a subtle flex because, of course, I'm going to buy these parts at cheaper rates, hunt them down.
Hell yeah. Park car days all day.
Craigslist, Harry's Pick and Pull, and
Yeah,
fucking
Even the
here, there,
marketplace.
driving down to Philly for a fucking front windshield that's tinted blue because it's a Euro spec windshield versus the regular one that I have. By the way, I went and did that fucking horrendous journey. I'm gonna give them the story.
Yeah, go for it.
Found a tinted blue windshield, not tinted, but like it's the blue Euro glass.
Yeah, it's a spec over there for the Europe guys.
There's no glare at all, and trust me, it's funny. I've been testing it.
He's blind as a bat, folks.
No, I work in a lighting shop. That's exactly that. We do theatrical lighting, and the glass is great. The cars they offered over here in the U.S. did not have that blue tint option. So I found it, and I was like, all right, I wonder how much this could be. And the guy only wanted $200 for it, and I shot down there that same day and went and got it done. And then I said, let me look at how much this would cost. It's like $5,000, $6,000. I'm like, holy shit, I scored big.
I mean, you did get a good deal on it.
Personally, a little part of me wants to flip it. But
I
know
mean, yeah, and just drive around with the cracked one that you have now. That makes total sense.
That's fine. But that's probably why I'm getting condensation on the inside.
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it's going to be a good build.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure,
It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be a goodie.
I think within 2 years.
It'll be expensive, and it'll be long and annoying. But at the end of it, I know somebody will appreciate it. Although I'm already starting to have fun with it. I drove it today on the highway for the first time. And
it drove good. It drove like a damn boat, right?
It's like a boat with balls. It's really weird. I never thought something that big could be that quick and picky.
You and the fucking examples, man.
No.
They're never going to get old.
It's crazy. I didn't expect for that kind of size to have that much pickup.
Well, that's good. I mean,
airbag suspension on it already. Dynamic mode.
That's true. I forgot
that
how
little
annoying it was to swap
already?
out the stupid compressor. That was annoying in itself.
Oh, that was a fucking nightmare.
But I'm glad we got that done. But guys, you tell me and tell us, DM us and whatnot, and the few little surprise that we have before the show ends. What mods do you remember seeing? I guess if you got into the car scene and were cool to you, and you just happen not to see them anymore, or slowly something new that hasn't picked up enough trend yet.
Bozuzoku style, something.
I want to see more of that. I really do. Because that style is fire as hell. And it doesn't have enough love here yet.
Nah.
Maybe a little bit more to the West Coast.
If it's done right. But guess me, I'm telling you, there will be doing it wrong left and right.
Oh, 100%. That just comes with everything else. If done right. It always falls back to that.
Yeah, but then
if
you kind
done
of ruin
right.
it.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't want to jeopardize ruining it.
True. But again, guys, you let us know, what mods do you guys like? Or, again, just stuff that hasn't been out in the scene for, goddamn years. Or new stuff that hasn't been enough attention of, that should be picked up. And more people should do it.
We want to know that.
So definitely, log on officially to our brand new website for the podcast at c4lifestyle.show. And you guys can even leave us a voicemail. Ask us questions, even give us topic ideas, and just respond back to us on the show and whatnot. And from there, you have a full listing of officially every single platform they are officially on. So thank you guys again for that. And anything else?
Elon, you can message him directly there for his Tesla. I don't need one. Ford's got me. But
I won't say no to a Tesla, Elon.
Ford's going to take care of me eventually, hopefully. But, and any comments, concerns, even if you want to complain a little bit.
Yeah, why not? Shoot it. That's what we got the website for. So again, it's c4lifestyle.show. Feel free to log on, check out the stuff. We'll have episode brief summaries there and everything else. And again, thank you everybody for listening, for being fans, and just overall this great brain fart that we've been doing so far. And yeah, as always, my friends, keep it custom, because life is way too short to stay stock.
Peace.